Previously in the Kirby Marathon. And in fact, neither of these games got eShop versions, which is odd. 2017 is also Kirby's 25th anniversary, so there's a really good chance that we'll see some new stuff coming out very soon. That wraps up the Kirby Marathon. Haha! Wait, what was that? What was that? You thought I was done? Ha! So did I. I knew it would happen at some point, but it happened way too soon. I was thinking maybe E3, but at a recent Nintendo Direct, Nintendo unveiled some of their plans for Kirby's 25th anniversary. They announced 3 brand new games, 2 deluxe versions of the minigames found in Planet Robobot, and 1 multiplayer title for the 3DS coming out later this year. Oh my god, so help me if this is Amazing Mirror 2. The interesting thing though is that they decided to split up the 2 deluxe games releases, as opposed to Triple Deluxe's deluxe minigames where they released them both at the same time. But that's fine, you know what that means? More Kirby videos from me. But alright, let's cut the small talk, let's dive into the first game, Team Kirby Clash Deluxe. This game released like 3 days ago. I've been busy. The original Team Kirby Clash in Planet Robobot was a pretty neat minigame. 4 Kirbys of different classes teaming up against big, powerful bosses. It was the closest thing yet to an actual RPG. Still crossing my fingers for that one. The biggest downside of that minigame though was that it was far too short, seriously beaten in like 20 minutes or so. So as soon as Deluxe was revealed, I got really hyped for there being more stuff to play. And then they said it was gonna be a free-to-play game with in-game purchases. Oh boy. Well, alright, that's an interesting decision. Let's see how long I can go without spending a single penny. Story tells of a faraway realm known as the Dream Kingdom. Once a peaceful land, now being overrun by evil beasts, it is up to a team of Kirbys to save the day. It's like the shortest RPG plot I've ever heard. And immediately diving in, we have a hub world? Huh, okay. And Magolor? In a different outfit? I don't trust you. Basically, the main game is handled via this quest board, sending you to different battles in different lands. And from there, the game is exactly the same as it was in Robobot. Destroy the very high in HP bosses by taking advantage of each class's specialties. There's the Beam Mage with the ability to freeze the enemy after giving it enough shots. There's the Hammer Lord who's slow but has really powerful swings. The Sword Hero is basically the well-rounded fighter, and Dr. Healmore has the ability to place a healing circle. And yes, the Doctor class is titled Dr. Healmore. I know, it's awesome. And as I just said, these guys have a lot of HP. Instead of the pretty short fights in a regular Kirby game, these fights can take a minute or 2, maybe more, and you're gonna get beat up a lot. This then affects your rank at the end of the quest. You end up completing a couple of missions to fill out a mission book, as well as get experience points to level up each of the classes all at once. Oh my, level 50? In Robobot, it only went to level 10. No way am I hitting 50. Wait, what is that? Squishiness increased by 9. Nice. The other reward that you get comes in the form of gem apples. And here is where that whole free-to-play stuff comes into the equation. These, as well as fire, water, and light fragments, act as a form of currency. You also get more of one type of fragment if you play the game on a specific day. Okay. Not sure, but maybe Magolor runs a shop where you can purchase upgraded weapons and armor, and special items like potions to increase power and stamina for a single fight, an EXP orb to double experience points for 30 minutes, and codexes that increase how many fragments you get at the end of a quest, as well as improve your vigor charge. More on that in a little bit. And actually, the Kirby Amiibo give you some fragments as well, though I don't actually have a means of using Amiibo on 3DS, so this screen here, this is the best you're gonna get. But you may be asking yourself, what happens when you run out of apples? Well, you could try and do more missions, but eventually you're gonna run out. You could wait 12 hours for this tree to grow some, or you could just buy some more. 50 for less than $1, all the way up to 2,000 plus for $20. Now obviously I am a big fan of Kirby, if you couldn't tell, but I'm still not a fan of this style of in-game purchases. I'm of the camp of I would rather pay for the entire game up front and then not have to pay here and there for extra little things. I don't like that, but that's what's presented to us, so let's see how long I can last without spending any money. Then this sorta ties into that vigor I was talking about. Each quest takes up a certain amount of vigor points, which is very limited. Then every 5 minutes, you get 1 point of vigor back. Luckily though, each time that you level up, your vigor automatically recharges. And hey, when you're just beginning the game, slap on an EXP orb, go to town. You'll go through about an hour or so without even thinking about spending money. However, the vigor amounts for quests slowly start to increase. And on top of that, certain quests are locked behind paywalls of gem apples. These include really tough fights, or these bigger battles called ordeals, which sort of act like the main bosses, with the defeat of each adding some more residents to the village, as well as an onslaught of new battles to take on. And hey, on the bright side, 1 hour in, I'm already at level 10, I picked up a bunch of new gear, I'm having a pretty good time. That little 20-minute adventure in Robobot was neat, but there just wasn't enough. The fact that I'm an hour into this and there is still plenty more to do, it feels pretty good. I am glad that I am playing this and I've yet to spend any money. But the fights are starting to get pretty tough. I actually have to go back and start grinding. But who says you can't have a little help? You can recruit fighters to help you out in your battles via online or Street Pass. That is actually pretty neat and often helpful. You can also bring local friends into the action as well, and you get more EXP that way. So I guess that's probably the ideal way to play. Whatever, I'm playing this by myself. Okay, that may not be the best idea. I'm kinda reaching the end of my limit. This fight is pretty ridiculous. I mean, thankfully, if the time limit does run out, I just spend a couple of apples and I'm back in the game. Okay, still haven't beaten him. Time up again. Don't worry though, with one press of a button... Oh boy. What have I done? Truthfully, unless you dedicate yourself to playing this every day, I cannot see this being all that enjoyable in short bursts without actually paying for more of those gem apples. If you do that, you can quickly get all of the codexes to maximize your fragment input, get new weapons a lot faster, more EXP orbs to level up quicker, the gem apple tree grows so you can get more with each harvest. Sure, spending $20 may be overkill, but I mean, come on. Look who you're talking to. At the end of the day, Team Kirby Clash Deluxe is a fun game, and it's free to start. Theoretically free to complete. See you in the year 2020. It really can't hurt to give the game a shot. Whatever happens when you go into the buy apple screen, that is entirely on you. And I'm not going to talk about the final boss here. I will just say, the strong trend of Kirby fan service continues in full force, and it is as awesome as ever. And hey, you know what? With the size of the tree and all of the villagers that came in, my town is looking pretty sharp. And even Koo showed up! No wait, come back, I miss you! What do you think about all this, Magalore? You know, buy 800 more gem apples, and I bet you'll see that tree get bigger.